Major hospital systems, as well as our local physicians we've come to know so well. Healthcare delivered locally saves a patient time, money, and the hassle of traveling out of town. We are here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You have a choice in your healthcare, and we thank you for choosing us every day. Wayne Memorial Hospital, caring for the community.
Local news on WIFO.
It's time now for a look latest in local news. In the news, the Wayne County Chamber of Commerce hosted its first ever State of the County meeting on Tuesday, a packed house at the Coastal Pines College for a good meal served by civils. To hear from the three mayors of the county, David Earl Keith of Jesup, Brian Nipper of Odom, and Melvin Boyett from Scriven, Georgia. Also on the program, School Superintendent Jay Brinson and Chairman of the County Commission, Kevin Copeland. We begin our interviews today with the Chairman of the Commission, as the Wayne County Commissioners will be at the retreat this afternoon in Savannah, Georgia, at the Boar's Head Restaurant. Chairman talks about the Tuesday event, apologizes for the childish behavior that took place at the Caldwell County meeting, and discusses the positives of the county and about the retreat. Here's our interview with Chairman of the County Commissioners, Kevin Copeland.
It is, Bob. It was a very great event. The only thing I regret at all, I would love to see a way to get more of the county involved in this event, and I think that's something that we're missing. I commend the Chamber 100% for what they've done here. It's been great just getting a chance for us to put a positive message out. It's like we said in the meeting, there's always something negative, but everybody got up and had something positive about whoever was represented. If I could add anything at all, it's a dream of mine to reach out to Wayne County instead of always the same people at these meetings, and it's great they come, but I want to see us be able to figure out how to get more of the county involved in these events.
You mentioned the negative. I know you touched on it briefly before you spoke about the incident which took place at the county commission call meeting. I know you as the chairman were kind of embarrassed like a lot of people. Just got out of hand.
Bobby, it was very embarrassing, and I'm not going to hit on it long. I apologize to the public. With me as a chairman, it comes on me. I can't always control everybody's actions, but I do apologize for the actions of other commissioners. It was very embarrassing. It wasn't a time or place for it. To keep from finger pointing on everybody, as Bob, I said it last night, this is a volatile issue. Everybody's under the gun. Everybody's worried about it. Everybody's pressuring everybody. And again, I said it last night, and you and I have talked about it. Bob, you've been an advocate of not blaming the past. You said it yourself on the radio. Those guys didn't know whether they did or didn't. Right now, that's not going to do any good. Wasting our time and resources on putting a blame right now is not going to help solve this problem. When this thing's over and done, if people want to go back, that'll be the time. But right now, again, apologize for the embarrassment at the county meeting last night. It got out of hand. Let's just do what we can, Bob. You've done a great job on the radio, and I'll say it again, is let's get people together to press forward to see what we can do.
As I mentioned, it's kind of like presidential politics. You know, people get upset when Obama blames Bush. You can't continue to play the blame game. You got to worry about what's taking place and worry about the president, which I think you stressed last night, and it's stressed here today. It's a community-wide effort. Everybody's got to work together. No one even thought about coal ash in 2005, so we got to deal with the president, go forward. But you mentioned the positive things. Again, as I mentioned, the Mayor David Earl Keith, the big positive really is this drug task force. Even the Mayor of Odom mentioned how they're doing good things in Odom. So it's nice to see that. As you mentioned, it's been a long time coming. Sheriff Carter, Glenn Taconic put their head together, brought Doug Lewis on board, and strides are being made in this war against drugs.
And let me say this on the war against drugs, and I know this has been out there. This is not just for the sheriff's concern and Doug Lewis's concern. This is not just an election year fiasco to help get voters out there and realize Doug recently retired. The sheriff's been after to get his leadership for some time now. He was finally able to come on board, and we were finally able, everybody knows the recession that the country, the city, the county's been under. The commissioners were finally able to give some more money to the sheriff's office with their budget. We're behind those guys 100%. So it's not just a last minute thing that's been thrown together because of election time. This is something that's been in the work for years, and it's finally seeing fruition, and it's going to be a great thing.
Yeah, there's some other good things going on as well. As David Earl mentioned, the city and county have worked together. You've got some streets being paved in the city due to some funding. Also, the inert landfills being worked on. So there are some positive things. I know you're going on a retreat. Tell us about the retreat. The county commissioners, you mentioned coal ash will be a big topic, but what are some things the commissioners together want to get accomplished at this retreat?
Bob, here's the biggest thing about a retreat, and I know a lot of people don't understand it when we go away, but we give a lot of our life to this community. But here's what people have got to keep in mind. There's 5 commissioners, Bob, and each one of these commissioners represents a different district and a different group of people. You've got a commissioner represents the city. My area is more rural. So when you get together and when you determine the county budget, we have to get together and make compromises and make long-term plans for this money. And we have to get together and sit across from table with one another. And sometimes we might, be honest, sometimes we might banter back and forth. Sometimes it might get a little heated, but we do that, and we want to go away and get those items solved in private, or at a retreat, or out of town. That way it doesn't come out at a public meeting. And that way we're able to sit down and map out a future for the county. We would much rather go off for a day, and I think it would be way beneficial to the county if we're able to map out a plan instead of fighting things in hindsight like we have. I'm sure Commissioner Hickox is going to bring up zoning. One big thing that I did not get to talk about today that we're going to talk about is starting to institute, and we're going to talk about this in retreat, some performance review. Hey, we've always been under a merit system, and we're not going to change that. But we want to start looking at our employees offering performance review. The employees that excel, find a way to reward those. And that's something our administrator's putting together, and that's going to be a heavy topic at our retreat.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bob.
I want to get those comments, Chairman Kevin Copeland. Again, that retreat taking place today in Savannah. We'll have more from the Tuesday event, the Coastal Pines Technical College. Again, the State of the County Address. Tomorrow we'll hear from Mayor David Earl Keith. On Friday we'll hear from Mayor Brian Nipper of Odom, Georgia. Again, a well-attended and very informative meeting held by the Chamber of Commerce. Again, the first day of the county event, and the Chamber is receiving good feedback about the event. Plan to have more of these types of events in the future. Wayne County Board of Education met last night. We'll come back, take a look at that and other news right after this word from our sponsor, the commercial messages, so please stay tuned.
It's tax time, and your tax refund goes twice as far at Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Jesup. I'm Chad Neesmith, and our Double Down event is backed by popular demand. Choose any used vehicle on our lot today, and we'll double your down payment up to $1,500. That's right, turn a $1,500 down payment into a $3,000 down payment instantly. We've got an incredible used car selection on our lot right now. Just in, low mileage pre-owned vehicles under $20,000 are up to $15,000 off the original MSRP. At Neesmith Chevrolet in Jesup, we go the distance to give you every reason to buy your next used vehicle from us. You won't find a better selection, bigger value, or lower price on a used car guaranteed. We give you top dollar for your trade at Neesmith in Jesup. Credit challenges are never a challenge. We get you financed quickly. Come and see us today and double your down payment up to $1,500 on Highway 341 in Jesup and online at NeesmithJesup.com. Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC. Find new roads.
Since 1941, First Franklin Financial has been helping our friends and neighbors with their financial needs. Thousands of you have put your trust in our company, and we thank you for your loyalty. The next time you have unexpected expenses or want to consolidate some bills, remember, your friends at First Franklin Financial are here when you need us. We're conveniently located in the shopping center between Walmart and Goodwill, or you can call us at 427-4237. Apply online at www.1ffc.com. Our customers come first at First Franklin Financial. That's not just a slogan, it's the way we do business. Since 1941, we've been helping our friends and neighbors in the Southeast with their financial needs. We offer personal loans, bill consolidation loans, and starter loans. So stop by our office today. We're conveniently located in the shopping center between Walmart and Goodwill, or you can call us at 427-4237. Or you can apply online at www.1ffc.com. First Franklin Financial Corporation, NMLSR number 141654, Georgia Residential Mortgage Licensee number 5656.
Wayne County Board of Education met Tuesday afternoon after an executive session. The superintendent posted his recommendations for the certified staff and administrative staff for the next school year. The vote ended a 2-2 tie for the certified staff, no motion for the administrative staff. Again, so everything's been put on hold for the time being. School Superintendent Jay Brinson tells WIFO that it's his job to make the recommendations to the board, but unfortunately at this time the board did not approve the recommendations, so the superintendent says he'll go back to work. Hopefully at the next meeting the vote will approve the recommendations. This is the first time the certified staff was presented to the board for a vote. Board members Janet Royal and Ray Davison voting in favor to approve the superintendent's recommendations. Board members Mitch Sutton and Nick Ellis voting against. So with just 4 board members currently on the Board of Education, unfortunately 2-2 votes can occur, and it occurred Tuesday on a very important item, which is certified staff and administrative staff for the school system. And again, no contracts awarded last night. Once again, the issue will be readdressed and voted on again in a future meeting. Other personnel was approved Tuesday. Certified recommendations: Shelda Kirkland, Martha Puckett Middle School; Terry Purcell, Martha Puckett Middle School, retirement. Classified recommendations: Frank Gould, transportation; Tammy Vanderhorn, school food services; James E. Bacon; and 1 classified resignation: Sue Powell, James E. Bacon, retirement. Other news from the board meeting: the board recently accepted bids for their banking services. Last night approved the bid from Prime South Bank. The vote unanimous. The board approved another Touchdown Club improvement project for the school. Touchdown Club wants to expand the field house at the stadium. A renovation or restructure of the cost in the neighborhood of $80,000. Club also putting up $10,000 towards new uniforms for the upcoming season. The board approved the project with the school system providing some of the funding and the labor. Touchdown Club says they'll have the $20,000 for the start of the project and then have another $20,000 by completion. They'll also seek donations and also help from the school system to complete the Fieldhouse project. The board heard from the superintendent that the state has approved entitlement funding for modernization for James E. Bacon Elementary, $5.9 million project, with the state funding $4.1 million, local funding $1.7 million. This funding will come from the Next East BLOS if it passes by the voters of Wayne County. This modernization funding a new program set up by the state of Georgia to help local school systems refurbish and modernize older schools in their system. In other news, a reminder this Thursday at Coastal Pines Technical College, the second in the lecture series provided by Wayne Memorial Hospital. This Thursday evening at 6:30 p.m., Dr. Alex Kennerly at Bone and Joint Institute of South Georgia will be discussing the anterior approach to hip replacement surgery. This is a minimally invasive technique that may offer several advantages over the more traditional surgical approach, which could result in a smaller incision, reduced post-operative pain, and faster recovery and rehabilitation for patients. Lecture will also allow time for questions and answers. Public's welcome this Thursday. There is no charge to attend. Again, it's Thursday evening, February 25th at 6:30 p.m. at Coastal Pines Technical College. We'll be back with a couple of final news notes after this word from our sponsor and the commercial messages, so please stay tuned.
It's tax time, and your tax refund goes twice as far at Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC in Jesup. I'm Chad Neesmith, and our Double Down event is back by popular demand. Choose any used vehicle on our lot today, and we'll double your down payment up to $1,500. That's right, turn a $1,500 down payment into a $3,000 down payment instantly. We've got an incredible used car selection on our lot right now. Just in, low-mileage pre-owned vehicles under $20,000 are up to $15,000 off the original MSRP. At Neesmith Chevrolet in Jesup, we go the distance to give you every reason to buy your next used vehicle from us. You won't find a better selection, bigger value, or lower price on a used car guaranteed. We give you top dollar for your trade at Neesmith and Jesup. Credit challenges are never a challenge. We get you financed quickly. Come and see us today and double your down payment up to $1,500 on Highway 341 in Jesup and online at NeesmithJesup.com. Neesmith Chevrolet Buick GMC. Find new roads.
Hospitals, places where healing happens. They foster health and represent hope. From providing treatment and comfort to the sick, to welcoming new life into the world, hospitals are mainstays in healthy, optimistic communities. Being technologically savvy and having equipment rivaling that of large hospitals, Wayne Memorial offers cutting-edge procedures with world-class personalized care. Such care is provided by a team consisting of specialists, driving in from larger hospital systems, as well as our local physicians we've come to know so well. Healthcare delivered locally saves a patient time, money, and the hassle of traveling out of town. We are here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You have a choice in your healthcare, and we thank you for choosing us every day. Wayne Memorial Hospital, caring for the community.
Final notes and news. Here's a reminder and advisory from the city of Jesup as they state the Cherry Street Railroad Crossing is going to be closed for 2 weeks beginning March the 11th. So keep that in mind. The Cherry Street Railroad Crossing closed for 2 weeks beginning March the 11th. Wayne County High School School Council is going to meet on Tuesday, March 1st. It'll meet at 12 noon, meeting at the data room at Wayne County High School. And finally, the news. Congressman Buddy Carter released the following statement yesterday regarding the Obama administration's plan to close the detention facility at Guantanamo Bay, Cuba. He says, quote, the Obama administration's announcement today proves the White House is willing to jeopardize the national security of the United States for a campaign promise. The detainees he hopes to bring to American soil are the worst of the worst. Not only is this unacceptable, President Obama's own Attorney General and military leaders have said it is illegal to bring detainees from the facility at Guantanamo to the United States. Instead of continuing to underestimate the threat of radical Islamic terrorists and focus on relocating or releasing these jihadist enemies, the president should be focused on destroying the threat to our homeland. He's living in an alternative universe if he believes released detainees will not return to the battlefield, as many before them already have. Carter says this plan, which fails to include critical details like the exact location of where the detainees will be transferred, will do nothing more than increase this very real threat against the safety of our nation, and Carter says it will not stand. That's going to do it for latest in local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morgan saying have a great day.
You've been listening to local news on WIFO.
Reasons to buy your Nissan car, truck, or SUV from Crosby Nissan and Waycross? Reputation, reliability, trust, price, a great selection. They guarantee the highest trade-in allowance of any other dealer. Georgia's oldest Nissan dealer, Crosby. A name you know and trust, now in their third generation. Crosby can and will save you money. Nissan, innovation that excites. Cars, trucks, SUVs, Nissan's got anything you need, and Crosby's got the entire Nissan line at the price you want to pay. The right financing and top dollar for your trade-in.
I'm Tara Crosby Morrison. Come find out why we're Georgia's oldest continuous Nissan dealer. Nissan's dependability, style, and price have made them among the top-selling vehicles in the world. Not many brands can make that claim. Come take a test drive and let us give you a deal that's really a deal on a Nissan car, truck, or SUV of your choice. Saving you lots of money has been a family tradition for 59 years.
Crosby Nissan, Highway 1 South and Waycross.
It's a Crosby family tradition.
Good morning, everyone. Showers and storms around for the better part of our Wednesday forecast. Some of those storms could be severe. Gusty winds, heavy downpours, definitely thunder and lightning. Highs today are going to be in the low and mid, possibly upper 70s for some folks. Very windy today. Partly cloudy tonight. Lows will be in the mid 40s. Tomorrow, we've got sunshine. Cooler. Highs will be in the low 60s. Sunny on Friday as well with highs in the upper 50s. I'm Georgia meteorologist Laura Huckabee in the GNN Weather Center.
Hello, I am Terry Thomas, candidate for the District 4 Wayne County Board of Education. Having 30-plus years in business and law, I know how the system works. As your District 4 board member, I would address fair hiring practices, the teacher's local supplement, the return of ROTC, discipline being the same for all students, and our dropout rate. It is easier to build strong children than to repair broken adults. Please vote for me, Terry Thomas, for your District 4 School Board Representative. Thank you.
Paid for by the candidate.
Food. Glorious food. We're anxious to try it.
Here's your menu in the Wayne County School System for Wednesday, February 24th. Elementary and middle school breakfast, hot ham and cheese on Hawaiian roll and tater tots. Elementary and middle school lunch, stew beef with veggies and rice. Hot scroll, beef stew or chicken tenders with rice. Lunch menu brought to you by First Franklin Financial in the shopping center between Walmart and Goodwill.
Magical food.
When it comes to growing a family business, we understand the business of growing. At First Southern Bank, we've been meeting the needs of South Georgia farmers for over 100 years. With competitive ag loan rates, including equipment loans, farmland loans, and lines of credit, First Southern Bank has all the banking tools you need to help keep your growing business growing. First Southern Bank, investing in you since 1907. For loan rates and more, visit firstsoutherngA.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Is your kitchen looking tired or outdated but you're not sure how to fix it? Kitchen Tune-Up, located inside your Sears hometown store in Jesup, has affordable ways to get a fresh new look for every budget. Kitchen Tune-Up offers wood reconditioning, cabinet redooring, cabinet refacing, and custom cabinets. Cabinet redooring or refacing is a great way to make your kitchen have a brand new look without the cost or hassle of installing new cabinets. Get a free estimate today on how to update your kitchen. For more information, visit kitchentuneup.com or call for your free estimate at 427-2435. That's 427-2435.
WIFO-FM, Big Dog Country. Time to check your birthdays and anniversaries. Brought to you by Bardron Power Sports.